Hello, my biddies. How are you today? I'm doing well. I don't have a reality TV segment today because shopped yesterday instead. That's just how it's going to go. That is just how it's going to go. I will have a bailing out loud for you tomorrow. Um, 'Cause Balin deserves to be out loud. Oh, it's a good episode. It's a good episode. There were highs, there were lows. You know how it is. Oh, I just did an experiment. My husband cannot buy toilet paper. Like, cannot. We went to uh, Seattle last year, and while we were there, I had to use the hotel toilet paper, one ply. Went to my niece's house, and she had the Costco toilet paper that we use. I'm like, oh, thank God for decent toilet paper. We had an entire discussion about not buying one ply toilet paper in front of my husband and her husband. An entire like 10-minute discussion about toilet paper. Um, we get home, run out of toilet paper, like almost immediately. He goes and buys one ply toilet paper. It could have killed him. And it's like we buy toilet paper in bulk. We have a Costco membership, and before that, we had a Sam's membership. We got Costco because it's now closer and it's closer. Before we didn't have a Costco uh, that was convenient to use at all. Would have to drive to a whole other city with traffic issues. If you're not familiar with traffic circles, this one has at least four traffic circles when you get at that exit. At least four. And there might be more. There might be five or six. I'm not sure, but I know there's at least four because there's one when you get off, and then you have another one, and there's one when you get on, and then you have another. And once you're used to it, it's fine, but getting used to it is kind of a challenge. Anyway, that's off my traffic circle rant side quest. Um, so we finally get that done. He goes and buys more toilet paper. He didn't buy the toilet paper I buy at Costco. He bought some. It's the same price. It's the same price. I'll give him that. It's the same price. It has more rolls in it. It has more rolls in it. It has fewer squares. They go by squares. It has fewer squares. He didn't look at that. He didn't look at that at all. This was the soft and fluffy or something. I don't know. Soft and something. I call it soft and fluffy because it just lints everywhere. It is worse than the one ply. Like you're digging things out of places because it sticks to your places. It's not nice. Finally got rid of that. I went and bought toilet paper. I bought the correct toilet paper, and I'm in heaven right now. The correct toilet paper. I was going to do an experiment with the old toilet paper and the new toilet paper, but I couldn't find. And I thought I had another roll of the old toilet paper, but I couldn't find it. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm never doing that. Well, guess what I just found in the small bathroom that I occasionally use. There's one bathroom I never use because I don't like the toilet seat in there. My son changed it a couple of years ago for Christmas, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The baby toilet seat. We got a baby toilet seat for the boy. Won't use it, by the way, for the potty training boy. He won't use it. It's funny. But it won't even fit on that seat. So I'm not crazy. That seat is wrong. If it fits on the other seats, fine. So I don't use that bathroom at all. I use this one behind me most of the time, and there's one other one that's a 3/4 bathroom now. Used to be a full bathroom. um, it was a kid's bathroom when they were kids. So I use that one. Um, So ran out of toilet papers yesterday. I didn't bother putting back on because I'm the only one that uses that bathroom. Unless there's a lot of people here, and that's hardly ever. So I wasn't worried about it. I go in today, pull the toilet paper out of the drawer, which is the last one. And guess what? It's that old stinking icky toilet paper. So I'm like, I'm going to do my experiment. So I took 4 sheets off of it, maybe. Took it into the, took, got a new one. Took that into the kitchen. Oh, my husband's going to be mad when he gets home. It's almost half as heavy as the other toilet paper. The entire roll is half as heavy as another roll of toilet paper, which means you're getting half the stuff. It was like 3.1, 3 point something to 7 point something. Maybe that's less than half. Maybe it's less than half. So I'm going to show him his mistake. He's not going to be happy with himself, but I have to. It's the principle of the thing. So don't buy the fluffy toilet paper that has more rolls in it at Costco. Buy the normal Costco toilet paper, not the 1 ply. Make sure it's the 2 ply, but don't buy the fluffy stuff. It's horrible. Don't do it. It says it has more rolls. It does not mean equal more toilet paper. And I knew it didn't. I knew in my brain that it didn't. So we were going through that stuff so fast. Plus, it fell apart. So you'd use even more. Like it's a crock. It's a scam. Toilet paper is a scam. I want a bidet. I want a bidet so bad. You have no idea. Oh, I can't wait till he gets home. I might ask him to come home early. I might ask him to come home early because of the toilet paper situation. He's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be so mad. So what a ripoff. Oh my, it's such a ripoff. It's crazy. I will write down. I just did this like 2 seconds before I got in here because I had to have it done. I had to have it done. So I didn't write anything down. I didn't write any of the numbers down. I'll have numbers for you tomorrow. I'll have numbers because I'm gonna write them down somewhere. I'll write them down. I'll have it in the middle segment tomorrow. Oh, I was right. I feel vindicated as heck right now. So vindicated. You have no idea. Yes, small things make me really, really happy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much of a rip-off toilet paper can be. Just a nice 2 ply that gets the job done. That's all I'm asking for. You know? Just like do your job. TP, do your job. You don't fling lint everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Don't like the 1 ply doesn't remove anything, it just spreads it around. It's gross. It's gross and disgusting, and I hate it. I hate it. Why do we even have this? Why do we have to go to the bathroom? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy to go to the bathroom. I mean, maybe for some people it's necessary because that's the only time they rest, but the rest of us, no. No, 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 absolutely not. And I'm supposed to be giving myself permission to rest this week, and it is not happening. It is just not happening. So anyway, that's my rant about the toilet paper so far. So far. Wait till my next rant. My next rant's gonna be great. That's gonna come in the middle segment. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, so no no upfront that well, I guess that was my upfront. Unexpected. Completely unexpected. Excuse me. Opening segment. Was not expecting that until like what time is it now? 10 minutes ago. Was not expecting that to be the thing today. All right, so we'll jump into the Reddit reads. And our first one is from Entitled People, and it is entitled Entitled Woman Tried to Kick Me Out of the Gym Pool. Hmm. So I rejoined my gym so I could go water walking in the warm pool. I have diabetes and wear a CGM sensor on my arm and use my phone as my reader. Makes sense. I had my phone in a Ziploc so I could set it on the edge of the pool and not get it wet, as I needed to check my blood sugar when I'm exercising. As soon as I get in the pool, some woman starts yelling at me that phones are not allowed in the pool. Well, that's not a phone, ma'am. That's a medical device. Yes, I wasn't. I guess it wasn't on low. Seemed like it was. Yeah, that's a medical advice device at that point. I explained my situation and told her that I can't exercise without it. She told me I can't be in the pool and that if I didn't get out of the pool, she was going to come call someone about it. Okay. Okay, Karen, go ahead. I said, go ahead. I guess she pushed a button on the Hoover lift that's there to alert someone if you need help. They came and talked to her, and I could see them pointing to the back of their arm. So I know they're talking about me. I didn't go over there and couldn't hear what they were saying. Then a bit later, different people came into the pool and talked to her again. I just ignored it all, went about my business. Later, my husband heard her tell somebody that she got in trouble. When I left, the people at the front desk apologized to me for her behavior. This was my first Karen. Well, congratulations. You must not work in customer service, like at all. Uh, Crazy Kid says, congrats on making it this far in life without encountering a Karen. You're luckier than most. Hopefully you'll never experience one again. Yeah, exactly. AZ Dark Knight says, glad the staff are knowledgeable and calm about the situation. Yeah, she probably got in trouble for pressing the Hoyer lift as they likely thought there was an emergency with a disabled person in distress. I kind of hope you got go there at the same time and see her again. And I forgot my pop or my drink. It's not pop. Um, yeah, I hope so too. I hope she shows up every time you're there, just to rub it in a little bit. Their top right comment is from Ms. Sam, and she says, "Wow, she was on a rampage. It sounds as if she was going to fight them about this." Opie says, "Why would she even care?" Uh, Mercedes says, "Because she can't bring her phone in." Exactly, because her phone's not a medical device. Your phone is. There's a difference. Next, we have Murdered by Words, and it is entitled Exactly How I Feel. So Evan Kilgore says, Donald Trump sucks now. He didn't suck before. What? The second administration is a joke. Yeah, so was the first one. I'm not even sorry anymore. You should be. MAGA is dead. I'm out. Anonymous says, nah, Wayne, you voted for this. Everyone tried to warn you, but you're too busy sucking his peen. Eat it. Sucking his peeper. Eat it. Top right comment is from Warns, and it says, loser voted for him. These losers will vote for the next Republican, probably. Queued up says they vote for Trump again, and they're not wrong at all. And I can't deal with Trump. So, next 1-star review of Badlands National Park. Oh, we've gone to Badlands. We're out of Arches, now in Badlands. This is from JJ, and they say, had some decent scenery. Wildlife is few and far between. Had a few trails, but most were in disrepair and not well maintained. Not worth the price of admission. I don't remember paying for Badlands. Do you have to pay for Badlands? I know I went there. I don't remember paying for Badlands. It's been a while. Oh, I guess you do have to pay for it. $30. Additional fees may apply. Standard pass is $15 to $30. We We had a pass for all the parks. So the standard pass is 15 to $30, but how do they decide? $30 for a car. Where's the 15? Can't pay cash. So the 7-day pass looks like it's $15. Oh, individuals without a vehicle are 15. Okay. Annual pass is 55. And I, I don't I don't qualify for a lifetime pass yet. America the Beautiful pass. Oh, where are we at? We're at Badlands. I don't even know where it is. South Dakota? South Dakota. Okay. You can also get in free. There's 10 days you can get in free. It's well worth the $30 if you ask me. $30 for car. If you have a bigger car, then it's maybe more, but it's $30 a car for 7 days. All right. So that's all. It had a few trails. I'm sure it has more than a few trails, sir. And it's a national park. It's not, you know, a walk in a park, shall we say. Check something here real quick. Okay. All right. That's all good. Next, we have Traumatized and Back, and it is entitled, You Want to Follow Me Onto the Bus? McDonald's man, fine, but you get to hear how insane I am. I, 23 female, was plagued by a guy I call McDonald's man for about a month. He would hang out McDonald's right at my bus stop and proposition me, not caring if I said no or not. If he couldn't get my attention, he would often bother the people around me to try and get them to join in. Everyone was naturally uncomfortable with his behavior and just said no. Thank goodness. I'm pretty shy and non confrontational due to a mixture of factors. As a child, I used to be loud, proud, and very able to stand for myself, but sadly that changed. That's really sad. I kind of went the opposite. So one day, after he's been harassing me at the bus stop for 30 minutes while I wait, and I've been determinedly ignoring him, he decides that he's going to follow me onto the bus when it comes. I see red. Not only has this man made me terrified to take the bus to school, he has been trying to get others to harass me, and now he's following me? All right, sir, let me make you really uncomfortable. I write fanfic, and I'm deeply traumatized and mentally ill individual, and it comes out in the plots I write. I'm on the phone with my fiance, 24 male, who is well aware of this, who is being on the phone in an attempt to try and keep me safe. Uh, I don't know. It says we are LD. I don't know what that means. All long distance. Just clicked. So they're at long distance, so he's nowhere near her. I start talking loudly about one of the fanfics I'm writing, but conveniently forget to mention it's a fanfic. I confidently say, yeah, so I'm planning on burying character alive for 3 days and then digging him up and seeing if he's still alive. This character is an angel, so he can't die. It's more of a religious symbolism thing than anyway. But McDonald's man doesn't know that. He goes white, pulls the stop cord, and literally runs off the bus next exit. He never came back to that McDonald's, and I am once again safe and also armed with a new tactic for every time someone tries to harass me. Fiction for the wind. For the wind. For the win. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I woke up way too early this morning. Can you tell? Melissa Young is a top-rated comment. And she says, reminds me of a time a creep sat next to me on the bus when I was a teenage girl trying to help, trying and kept trying to make small talk with me, eventually warning me about Mexicans, black guys, and guys with tattoos hanging out around the area because they were dangerous for a girl like me. Yeah, like the white middle-aged man isn't. I have no idea where he was going with this other than racism, maybe implying he'd protect me or something. I just said, oh, yeah, you never know who's a creep. That's why I always keep a knife on me. And pulled out my big serrated pocket knife out of my purse to it off. He immediately tried to stop talking to me after that. Good for you. Way to go, young'un. Uh, Lady Ellen says, I got to see George Takei at Dragon Con 13, and I always pronounce his name wrong, so that might be wrong. I love Uncle George, though. Love you, Uncle George. He talked about having to cross Central Park at a super late hour and being worried about his safety. So he decided to do so while reciting Shakespeare really loudly. His reasoning was people don't mess with crazy. I'm sorry he'd been through so much, but great job scaring him off. Yeah, crazy is good. Also, barking at people apparently works. I've not had experience with that one, but hey, whatever works, you know? Whatever works for us is what we're going to do. Right, girls? Third top rated comment is from something I'm not going to bother to pronounce because it's way too long. Asked for a seat next to a dude in a crowded bus, and he said sure. But then as I sat down, he whispered, I don't bite, just nibble softly. And I was so surprised by this unexpected and wildly inappropriate remark that I laughed suddenly and loudly. Think I scared the creep out of him. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Not even if you're trying to be funny. That's not funny. That's just disturbing. Don't do that either. Just be nice. If you can't be nice, don't say anything. Just don't be creepy. Next I have what should I do? And it was and it's entitled got told to say sorry too much by my I got told I say sorry too much by my crush. No, you probably say sorry too much. It's it's a thing that people do, usually a trauma thing. Do you have narcissistic parents? Because sometimes that can be a thing. It says I get that. I just don't understand what I did wrong. I just think we would not match, says the crush. I understand. I just don't get it though. What did I do wrong? Uh, or not wrong? What did I do to make you think that way that we wouldn't be right? You didn't do anything, I promise. Okay, I believe you. I'm sorry if I keep asking, but what I did do to make you feel that way about me. Okay, I believe you. I'm sorry if I keep asking, but what? Oh, never mind. Uh, he says, "Do you want me to be honest?" She says, "Yeah, of course." You said you just said sorry way too much. What do you mean? There's so much I like about you, but I can't see myself dating someone like you. You apologize too much, even for the smallest thing that hurts me. Dude, grow up. She says, I'm sorry for doing that. And just comes naturally for me to say sorry a lot. Oh, poor thing. I'm sorry, OP. That was really funny. Oh, he says, bruh, and three crying laughing emojis. Even when we text, you say sorry. It's not bad that you say sorry, but it's too much, and I got in the way of us uh, something having a chance to get closer. If you change enough, I would like to start talking with you again because I believe it or not, everything about you is my type. And she says, "That's a bit to take in." And he says, "Well, you can really think about it. I'm going to sleep. Good night." "Okay, I'll be thinking about it. I hope I can fix myself before you." "Me too, but don't change too much. I won't. Good night." Blah blah blah. Maybe there isn't uh, an exact decision to make here, but I don't know what to do with this information. Oh, oops, I got the genders wrong. He, he's a guy, and he said the girl is saying he said sorry too much. I still think it's a trauma response for people that do that. Like they're sorry for everything. The girl I'm texting was my crush for years until a few weeks ago when I tried to say how I felt, and she told me she didn't want to date. I'm still friends with her, like I have been for a while now, but she said what she said stuck with me. I say sorry too much. How do I even stop that? How do I just stop saying sorry? That's something I've always done, and no one has really said anything until now. There's a chance I wouldn't even be able to really care about this if it wasn't her. But the fact that it is, and the fact that she said everything about you is my type makes me reconsider how I am. Listen, this girl's not for you. She likes everything about you except one thing, and that one thing is keeping her from being with you. That's BS. Either she likes all of you as you are, or none of you. You shouldn't have to change for somebody. You shouldn't have to. She should learn to overlook it. Or maybe it'll grow on her. Who knows? Girl from the Wood says it's about the insecurity that it implies. Um, Glitteringly, she says it can also be derailing to conversations, OP, because the other person has to constantly reassure you that things are fine and you don't need to be sorry. It feels like a kindness to do on your end, but it really puts a lot of work on the other person to reassure you all the time. Oh, these girls, I'm telling you, man. So nobody has any sympathy. Bunny Crush says people like being with partners who are reasonably healthy, self assured. Apologizing too much is often a sign of insecurity and anxious disposition, usually because of trauma. And spending tons of time with those people as you do in a relationship does not typically come with a sense of ease and groundedness. But it may grow into that. You have to take the chance to know. And if you're not taking the chance, you're never going to know. One thing can work on is swapping the apologies for a positive. Instead of sorry I'm late, say thanks for waiting for me. Sorry I talked too much. Thanks for hearing me out. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the slow reply. Thanks for being patient with me. It puts a focus on the positive and makes it about kindness your friend has shown, apologizing for personal deficiencies that we all have. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Look, it's my dog says, if you're sorry for everything, you're sorry for nothing. Leave the sorries for things that need an apology, otherwise, you're diluting your intentions. I think people need more grace for people. I think people need more grace for people, and I'm not apologizing for it. Sometimes saying I'm sorry isn't like an apology. Sometimes it's, I feel for you, you know? I think people take it way too seriously sometimes, honestly. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Yes, we have malicious compliance and it is entitled, told us not to turn off the power unless he explicitly said to turn off the power, so we didn't. Childhood story time from 30 plus years ago. We lived in this old farmhouse for a couple of years. Mother wanted better light source in the kitchen, so her boyfriend at the time volunteered to install a new light over the sink. Claimed he knew what he was doing. He told us children that we could turn off the power at the fuse box when he was ready to start. He was very explicit in his instruction. Don't touch the fuse box unless I tell you to turn the power off. Turn off the power. Understand? Only flip the breaker when I say turn off the power. We repeated our instructions back to him and stated we understood. Flip the breaker when you say turn the power off. Seems pretty straightforward. Uh, got it. So he gets ready and starts starts call out, turn off the lights. Well, the fuse box to the house is next to the light switch for the living room, and he'd been quite explicit about when to turn off the power. We kind of shrugged to each other and reached over to the light switch and turned off the lights. Lights are off, was our reply. Nice flash of sparks and some cursing in a few seconds preceded him storming in, trying to get all mad about getting shocked. My mother interceded and pointed out that he told us not to touch the breaker unless he said turn off the power. She asked him what he told us to do, and he admitted he's saying lights instead of power. He spent a few hours trying to wire the new light before giving up. Mom got an elder from the church to come out and look at it, and he fixed it in about 10 minutes. So this guy didn't know what he was doing in the first place, and he can't communicate well. Shin says, truly shocking. Here we go. Joja Jones says, you really shouldn't make light of situations like that. Shin says, way to cast a shadow, dude. Ragnarok and Roll says, this is one of those pun strings. If so, I'm dimly aware that I should make one, but OHM, out of ideas. Hiking says, why are you being resistant? Ragnarok and Roll answers, I'm not. I'm actually pretty amped about it. Lyndon asks, what was his problem? Not what? Gail Hawk says, way to sock it to him. Bad attitude says, everybody calm down and conduct themselves accordingly. Karashi Storm says, I don't have the capacitance for this. Much more of this. Oh, that's great. Civil War is stuck on top rated comment, and they say, if I had an adult flipping a breaker for me, I'd still check that the power was actually off at the receptacle myself. This is so stupid. Right. Shin says, real men do it hot. Slash S, of course. Um, Coder Joe says he didn't know what he was doing. Relying on anyone else to flip the breaker is the epitome of stupidity. True. You go and you flip the breaker, and then you go back and you do your thing. And then maybe you can send somebody else to flip the breaker back on if you want. This is Evil Buildings. Is the Hotel Le Concorde in Quebec, Canada. This does make it look pretty evil. I cannot mouse today for some reason. That looks pretty evil. Also pretty cool. It's evil cool. Cool evil? Queevil. It's Queevil. I made up a new word. Queevil. Now I forgot the word I was going to start using yesterday. Maybe it'll come. Pouring Onion says, first comment says, first thought of Tyrell Court from Blade Runner. Dizzy Mind says, bloody hell. And somebody says, I thought it was a sci-fi airship floating over the street. Next we have AITAH, and it is entitled AITAH for saying, I don't give a wang about my roommate's baby. Probably not, because why should you? I'm 27 female. I have a roommate, 25 female. Originally, it was me and my roommate, but she got pregnant by her boyfriend, causing her boyfriend to move in. She should have moved out at that point. At first, it wasn't a big deal. He wasn't loud, and my roommate didn't really bother me. But as the months passed, she got more pregnant. She got more pregnant. I think you're either pregnant or you're not. You're not less or more pregnant, more or less pregnant. Oh, as the months passed, she got more pregnant and she started becoming more entitled and rude. For example, she would constantly steal my food, and when I tried to confront her, she would play the pregnancy cravings card. But the day I finally made me snap was the day I brought home a small personal pumpkin pie. Ew, ugh, don't like pumpkin. I wrote my name on the box and put it in the fridge. Later, when I went to get some, she was literally standing there eating the pie. Honestly, I wouldn't have cared if she only took a slice, but she was eating the entire whole thing. and fed up with her always eating my food, I got mad and I yelled at her. I asked her why she was eating my pumpkin pie, knowing that it wasn't for her. She started crying and saying she's pregnant and she can't help that the baby was craving pumpkin pie. The baby was doing nothing. The fetus was doing nothing. They can't crave anything. That's just you, girl. In a fit of rage, I yelled at her that I don't give one wang about your dumbass baby. She grasped dramatically, like I just said something was world shattering, and she ran off to tell her boyfriend what I said. Later, he called me a bitch for yelling at a pregnant woman who can't control her cravings. You do not lose your entire self control just because you're pregnant. I'm sorry. I know because I've been pregnant 3 times. Still had self control. Just because I wanted a Big Mac every day didn't mean I ate one. Okay. And if somebody had brought a Big Mac for themselves, I wouldn't have eaten it. Yeah, for some reason I crave Big Macs. Weird. Better than what my stepmother craved. She liked fish sticks with um a peach on them. She would make fish sticks and eat them topped with a peach, a canned peach. Don't ask me. That one's weird. She also liked hot dog buns. Don't know why. So weird. Can't ask her anymore either. Uh, so AITAH for saying I don't give a wang about my roommate's baby. No, not really. Um, Happy Kitten says you were in the apartment. If the baby was craving pumpkin pie, then Mama could have taken 10 steps to knock on your door and ask if she could have some. More importantly, is the BF, the boyfriend, covering more of the rent and utilities? Did your rent go down to account for this extra person in the apartment? NTA, but you should be looking for another place because this is only going to get worse once the baby comes. Yeah, because then you have breastfeeding cravings. Morning Dew says OP will get no sleep once the baby arrives. She, her mooch boyfriend, and baby constitute 3/4 of the living situation, and they should be paying 3/4 of the rent. Does the landlord know that the boyfriend has moved in? Maybe the landlord can make him sign a lease and pay a deposit, and this would give him the skin in the game to take care of his living quarters properly, or maybe the landlord would kick him out. Funky said she should have moved out with her boyfriend and not move the boyfriend in. 100%. Yes. Individual you says NTA. I've been pregnant 3 times and still hasn't made me steal other people's food. Exactly. Same. Girl, same. Her boyfriend can go pick up what she needs. ATA, thanks for the awards. So she got 14 hearts. Say what they are. They never say what they are. I don't give out awards on here because it costs you money. Fast Opinion answers, heck, if that pumpkin pie looked that good, she could order one from the Instant Cart and have it in an hour. Exactly. But baby wouldn't want to wait for an hour. Do you know how long a hour is to a baby? Cultural band is the third top rated comment, right? Yeah. They say she can control her craving. The baby isn't craving anything. If she wants something better, something, she can have her boyfriend go get something. Hesley Ray says, the baby is craving fresh fruit, vegetables, and protein. Adderley Squash says, the baby is craving whatever OP has in the refrigerator. What a coincidence. Okay. I think she just wants food. So she should go buy herself some food instead of eating OP's food. Because it sounds like OP's buying some good food. And roommate should try that. We'll buy her own. Next we have Neighbors from Hell, and it is entitled, Neighbor Called Me to Tell Me I Am Late with Mowing. I have a vacation home in a rural area. I have a controlling neighbor who has got his nose deep in my business. He has a camera pointed to a public road near his house and knows every time I come and when I leave and texts me immediately. That would be annoying. I would block his number. Because I didn't mow this weekend, he wrote me that I would need to begin to mow now because he already did, and that he expected me to come over this weekend. He also gave me a lot of obligations in local community, but I really don't have the time for this because I'm not living there. This vacation home lost sense to me because I bought it to enjoy, but now I have obligations every weekend. What can I do about this? I'm thinking about selling this because it really makes me nervous all the time. Greenest Finger says, ignore the text. Just leave him unread. If he comes over when you are there to tell you that you need to mow your lawn, thank him for the advice and change the subject. If he signs you up to do things, sign yourself back out. Tell him that that doesn't work for me. You should find somebody else to do it. Just because he tells you to do things doesn't oblige you to. Exactly. Why not Foster says, tell him to wang off with this crap. That's 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 the real one. Shut up. Not your lawn, not your problem. Don't worry about it. And don't be voluntoling me to do things. Primary Pop says you do not have to read his text. He texts you to get a reaction. Just block him. OP wants to ask what does he get from it. He does it all the time. And Rectic Jaglanek. Rectic Jaglanek says he triggers you and he knows it. He's surely done it to others as well. I would just block him. What's the worst he can do? Take you to court to mow your lawn? Unless you're breaking some municipality rule, wang that guy. OP says the grass is not tall. He just wants me to mow the same time he is. No, absolutely not. He wanted for me to present at some local activities over the weekend too. Well, too bad. He doesn't get what he wants just because he wants it. Uh, Someone says, is the community run by a HOA? I know if it is, you need to follow some rules. If it's not, tell your neighbor to mind his business and you'll mow the lawn when you mow the lawn. Maybe this year, maybe next. Same goes for the community obligations. Just say no. You shouldn't mow too often because the bees might use the flowers. Next, we have Benign Existence, and it is entitled, My Dog Would Not Trade Me for a Chicken Nugget. First of all, she's extremely food motivated. This morning, I gave my pup breakfast, and then I sat down on the couch. She can't see great, but I thought she saw me sitting down near her, and she did not. Then I watched her stop eating, scan the room, and then abruptly run upstairs because she thought I went upstairs. I called her name, go and up and scooped her up. Eating resumed, and all was well. This is not the first time she's done this. The most notable was when my mom was giving my girl her most favorite treat in the whole wide world for forever, a deli meat turkey. Don't worry, I buy the one without the salt and preservatives. I walked out of the room when she was getting her highest value treat, and she ran out after me, completely abandoning the turkey. I know she sees me as a protector and provider as owner, but when she does crap like this, I feel like she not only needs me, but not only loves me out of necessity, but I feel like she likes me. Same. It's the same. And the heart emoji. Uh, Jen the County says, this is so sweet. You are a whole world. So what does she do when you're not home? Brilliant Height said, I love this so much. Both our dogs are very into their dinner. But if my husband happens to get home while they're eating, they will abandon their meals to run and say hello to him. It's the cutest thing to see because when they herd him over to their bowls so they can keep eating while getting their scratches from dad, pets are the best. The third top rated comment is from Theo Carolina. And they say, I gave my dog a slice of pizza and then grabbed my purse to go to the grocery store. She tossed the slice of pizza about 6 feet across the room and ran to the front door. Funniest thing I've ever seen. And I couldn't refuse her. Parked underneath a huge tree, left the window open and went into the store. Came back about 10 minutes later with her being very popular and getting pets through the window. The moment I opened the door when we arrived home, she ran full speed to the front door and went directly for the slice of pizza. She's not with us anymore. She passed on, but this is one of my happiest memories. Dogs are blessings. Dogs are so cute. Next we have Found Satan and is entitled, it's the episode title. That's gross. I love it. I gotta show you. To the person who left this painted rock on the Arroyo, Arroyo Verde hiking trail, you're my kind of people. Put the rock back. I put the rock back to freak out the next passerby. Now that's the rock you want to see when you're, out on the trail. It's awesome. It's quite awesome. I like it. I want one. You could sell those. Uh, no foundation says r/, why would you touch that? Derm answer's easier to taste if you pick it up first. Oh. Second top rated comment is from Thunder Road, and he says, "Can I also look like a severed peeper from a different angle?" And Mango says, "Where'd you get that idea?" Oh. Fourth top rated comment is, "What in the Sukuna r/, Ida you hanging coward?" Why would you want to ingest a severed hand, a severed finger? That's gross. Take it to the hospital with you. Next, we have Just No Mill and is entitled Mother in Law Said, Thought you were having marriage problems and we're going to break up the marriage. WTFFF. Okay, I posted here lots of times about how we're hosting my in laws for 4 weeks, and she's been making newer ending never ending snide comments and backhanded compliments. She has a reputation for being upbeat, sweet, loving, fun-loving old lady, but I'm learning very much she has a mean and spiteful and manipulative side. They hide it. They do. They can hide it. Underneath that sweet, sweet exterior is a heart of stone. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've been quiet and distant, polite enough, but definitely not going out of my way to be super chatty and friendly hostess with the mostest. I had a rough night last night. Was exhausted and overstimulated. The day did not go as planned. I quietly cleaned up dinner and then took the baby to bed without saying goodnight to everyone. It was probably obvious I was upset, but I didn't say or do anything unkind. Last night, husband came to bed in tears. Literally seen him cry once in my life because his parents said they'd leave early because I clearly needed space. This morning, Mill, wearing an extra gallon of perfume that we asked her over and over again for years not to wear around me and the babies, came downstairs to tell us they're getting a hotel. She was crying and it made husband tear up. She said they feel as if they're getting in the way, and I said, I'm so sorry that I made them feel uncomfortable. I've been really tired with the baby stuff, but I thought it's great that they're getting to bond with our kids. Mill said, well, we wanted to help, but we feel like we're just getting in the way. I thought maybe you were having marriage problems and we're going to break up the marriage. What? With a smile on her face, it literally looked like she was goading me into having a big reaction. WTF. I was just like, huh, no. We're just waking up with the baby 5 times a night. I'm furious over this. First of all, my husband and I aren't even fighting. We haven't fought once. I got a tiny bit snappy with him in private a few times because we were both overwhelmed with life plus visitors, but very minor things, and we were quick to snuggle and apologize and laugh it off. There were two overtimes over the last few years where my husband and I had very minor tense moment, passive aggressive comment in front of mother-in-law. I swear Mill was delighted, and she could not hide the happiness in her face. Now I'm pretty sure it was real and not imagined. So I'm annoyed that she is 100% going to home to tell everybody they got a hotel because I needed space and we are having marital issues or something, which couldn't be further from the truth. Maybe call a few people first. I should probably drink. It's like she wants me to be unhappy so bad, and the truth, it's like she wants me to be unhappy so badly, but the truth is, when they're not in our home for a month at a time, we're both happy parents as a couple and we don't fight. We have a loving, peaceful household. I'm not going to take her bait and try to defend myself. I guess she can believe and spread whatever she wants. Get ahead of it. Call a few people from the hometown. Tell them, hey, I'm telling you this because you'll probably hear rumor. And then People always believe what they hear first, most until proven otherwise. So if you say it first, they'll believe you over her. It'll be fine. Booze and hot pants is the top rated comment, and she says, she's not a she is not a friend of the relationship and thus does not need to be in your private spaces. Um, I ice those people out hard because I value my marriage and it's hard enough without someone working against you. Trundle's is the second top comment, and they say you can't see it, but the problem is your husband, not his mother. Crying because mommy is leaving, making you put up with his nonsense in the first place 4 weeks at a time. Hell no. Yeah, I don't think my husband would even want. Well, his mom's fine. Sure, he doesn't want. Um, it's not going to happen. We don't have a mother to compare. Uh, the third top rated comment is from it's not like we were forking. Says, if you and your husband don't set boundaries now, this woman will end your marriage. Trust me. I've been there. By set boundaries, I mean that you and your husband need to make a set of rules that you will both follow, such as don't share such and such information with mother in law. Mill doesn't stay overnights or doesn't stay more than one night in a row. Mill doesn't come over more than X times per year. Mill is allowed to be alone with the baby under these conditions. If she does XYZ, she is no longer allowed with the baby. If Mill makes XYZ comments, but husband will kick her out of the house immediately. Don't tell her about these boundaries. Making boundaries does not mean that you're printing out a list of rules for her to follow. If you did, she'd make it her life's mission to break every one. Making boundaries means that you and your husband will have a plan on how to protect yourselves, your child, your marriage from her. I don't know. That seems more harsh than needed, but I'll be right back. I didn't have to go far. I feel sorry for y'all in summer. It really hits, and I'm in shorts all the time. You have to see that. Will not be pretty. Just saying. Next, we have Petty Revenge, and is entitled, I Let My Upstairs Neighbor's Own Cigarette Butts Get Him Fined. Good. Consequences of his own actions, what it sounds like to me. I live in the second floor of one of those apartment buildings with stacked balconies, and this guy above me kept flicking cigarette butts on my balcony. First, I cleaned them up. Then one left a burn mark on my outdoor cart rug, so I went upstairs and told him. The dude looked at me, shrugged, and said, maybe they blow over sometimes. Cool. If that's how you play it on a play, then that's how we're going to play. After that, I stopped picking them up and started dropping them into an old pasta sauce jar instead. Took a few photos too, just in case he tried to act stupid later. Then the building sent out an email saying we were doing balcony inspections that Friday because of the fire hazard complaints. Perfect. So I left everything exactly where it was, ash on the floor, burn mark on the rug, jar of nasty little filters on the table. When the property manager came by, I showed her the rug, the photos, and the beautiful butt-filled jar, and she stared at it for a second, looked up at me, and just went, wow. Then she went upstairs. About 50 minutes later, I hear his balcony door slam hard enough to shake mine. Later that evening, I saw him outside with one of those little metal ashtrays clipped to his balcony railing. Turns out he didn't know where the cigarette butts were supposed to go. He just needed a fine to help him remember. My balcony stayed clean after that. Seriously, this guy doesn't know. Oh my gosh, some people. How are you this incompetent? Too Fatsy says, when the neighbor wants to be a butt, fight fire with fire inspection. Well played. Imaginary Angle says, good for you. And no, yeah, Angle. Angle and Angel. Same letters. Two are flipped. It's hard to tell sometimes. No, I don't have dyslexia. Dyscalculia, yes, dyslexia, no. Anyway, Imaginary Angle says, good for you, and Smokey the Bear would like to thank you for preventing fires. Their top rated comment is from OK Knowledge, and they say, I was hoping you had filled up the jar and then dumped it on his doormat. I was too. OP says she still has the jar. It's still a possibility. Oh. I did not see that coming. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can find it. I should be able to on this one. What? You're kidding. Okay. Maybe it's that. Guess we're not going to find that. Funny was oh, account's deleted. Crap. All right. Don't know how I missed it, but that one was deleted. Sometimes you can get them. Sometimes you can. Just depends. It's fine. Okay. We'll do this one instead. Okay. All right. Next we have Emma the Jerk and is entitled AITJ for not making a handmade gift after she made it. Called it almost normal. Not remaking. Oh, sorry. Start over. Next we have Emma the Jerk and is entitled AITJ for not making a handmade gift after she called it almost normal. I'm a guy and I make handmade gifts sometimes for people I actually close with, mostly because I like making things with my hands and also because if I buy something nice, I will overthink it for 3 days and still feel weird about it. A friend of mine had a birthday coming up, and while a while back she said she loves gifts that feel personal. So I decided to make her a fabric pouch with a handmade embroidery on the front. It was not some quick little craft either. I had already spent a few evenings on it after work, redone part of the stitching once, and bought a better lining because the first one looks cheap in the whole annoying process. If you're doing this for people, it should not annoy you, sir. Just saying. A few days before her birthday, she came by for coffee and saw it on the table because I was finishing the last bit. She picked it up and said, "Oh, this is actually almost normal if not for this part," and pointed to a side where the stitching was a little uneven. Then she added that if I fixed the stitching, it would look proper enough to use outside. I just stood there holding my mug like an idiot for a second. She was not yelling or anything, but it landed badly. One of those tiny comments that somehow makes you feel dumb all at once. I said something like, "Well, yeah, that's the handmade part," that changed the subject. After she left, I got so irritated I put the whole thing away and decided I was not touching it again. I didn't throw it out or start some huge argument. I just stopped working on it For her actual birthday, I gave her a card and a small store-bought gift. She noticed right away and later texted what happened to the pouch. I told her honestly that after what she said, I did not really feel like finishing it for her. She said I was being too sensitive. No, you're not. No, you're not. That she was just giving helpful feedback and that I'm going if I'm going to give handmade stuff, I cannot expect people to act like every part looks amazing. Um, this is a tree person. They do not see the whole project. They only see the flaws. That's and the trees that are flawed. Not a nice person. Um, One mutual friend said I made it weird by taking the comment personally and then quietly switching gifts instead of just saying something right there. Another said calling a handmade gift almost normal was rude as heck, and she would have gotten nothing after that. That's where I was going with it. Yeah, okay. I did all this work for you. You get nothing. I would have given her a card and a gift card to the store. She'd go pick out her own stuff. I kept going back and forth. Yeah, maybe I should have said something immediately instead of stewing over it like a moron. One's in my house. It's just my son, the big one, the oldest one. It's probably here for the bathroom. Yes, maybe I should have. Okay, never mind. I also do not think someone who gets to insult a gift who they have not even received yet and then expect me to go home and keep sewing for them like some cheerful little workshop goblin. Top rated comment from Elegant Opinion. NTJ, your friend says you're taking it personally. Of course you are. It's something you made. And yes, it's personal. It's very personal. This doesn't sound like a very good friend. Telling someone they're too sensitive after being insulted is wild. And to say thank you for the award, they got 6 little clappy awards. Um, Damn it, let me pick a name. Answers. If I ever give someone a handmade gift and it's not taken seriously, I mark that in stone and take a step back from that friend. I once gave a very beautiful drawing to my grandma, realistic pencil drawing of a little boy in cowboy boots. Found it folded in half and tucked in her bookcase. My heart was broken. And she said, adds, also, you're not a jerk. Second top rated comment is from Available Return. And they say, I agree, rude as heck. OP says the rude part isn't even the opinion itself, it's that she said it laughing like it was light observation. And then I acted surprised when I didn't just nod and go fix it. That's the part I keep coming back to. So genuinely seemed to think she was being helpful. Salt my watermelon. Yes, please. Answers. I've I I'd have told her I decided to give her a normal gift instead. Yeah, exactly. And any scientist says I wouldn't have given a gift, maybe a card. Um, I would give her a gift card. She can go pick out her own normal gift. Bye. Next we have signs of the story, and this is entitled Technically Correct. And of course we show these. It says notice to riders, failure to be at the bus stop at the scheduled time will result in missing the bus. Because yeah. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Useless 890 says, when I was 4, I remember watching out our apartment window every morning for this guy who would dash out and run down the street for a bus. I never figured out why he didn't get up a little earlier. Exactly. Yogo says, my friend realized she was more or less addicted to being late. There was always a strong rush of emotions involved, and they become highly reinforcing. Once she realized that, she started showing up to work half an hour early. Oh, good for her. Good for her for having the self-awareness to realize that it wasn't her problem and not an everybody else problem, and the ability to fix it. That's amazing. Did y'all watch Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago about the late song? If you haven't, go look that up. Go look up the song from Saturday Night Live. It's very sarcastic. Excellent regret says, I saw a guy standing way far away from the bus, and then it showed up, and he left and left. He threw a tantrum like it should have been tantrum. It's like should have been waiting at the bus stop, not feet away from it. Okay. I hope they don't speak English as a first language because that was terrible. Dinosaur. Oh, I like that. Dinosaur. Dinosaur. It's not dinosaur. It's not an AUR. It's an OUR. So answers. I once had a bus driver get pissy that I didn't flag him down until the last second when I realized he wasn't stopping. I was standing at the bus stop, right in front of it, not even the bus shelter. I've also had drivers get mad that they didn't hear the stop requested and got mad when I told them verbally. Well, that's not your fault they didn't hear it. Maybe they should get their ears checked. PM me your robot says this would be fine if the bus didn't leave the shop 5 minutes before the scheduled time or just drive on by without the stop without seeming slowing down. It's my bad if I'm late, but some drivers do not give a wang. That's true too. I've seen that happen. It's just like you were supposed to stop. I always assume the bus is full. Next, we have expectation versus reality. And it says what I thought I could do versus what I managed to do. And this is adorbs. I don't think it's a cake or anything. I think it's might just be a thing. But isn't he adorable? He's so cute. Look at the little gecko. Look at that widow wizard. He's so cute. All right, you ready? This might not be good. Oh my god. That's so bad. It's hilarious. That is the best kind of bad. First of all, he's not made out of frosting, dude. It's made out of marzipan or something. Oh my god, just stop. Oh, good lord. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Lizard Slayer says, you thought you could make that lizard with icing? I'm not crying. Answers, I really wish people would admit that they gave up before they even started. Kidding. I'll still have a good laugh at just how bad things are turned out compared to the vision that they started with in the decorating process with. But it really can't be a failed expectation if you choose different techniques and materials rather than what's used in the inspiration because you already accepted that no longer your expectation. OP says that's fair. I couldn't find any bearded dragon cakes with the design was made with icing. And then, well, at the store, I realized there was no fondant, but it was already there and on a time crunch. So I assumed I could figure something out with frosting, but it just wasn't as thick as I thought. Yeah, no kidding. Have you met frosting before? It is not the same. You could do sugar. You could have probably done it in sugar or something. Oh my. Oh my. Somebody said it reminded them of giant salamander. How big is that thing? I didn't know salamanders came in this size. Who upsized the salamander to giant? Who upsized the salamander to giant? I can't. No. Mm-mm. It's from Japan. Okay, I'm not going to Japan now. Not if they have salamanders that big. That's crazy talk. All right, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I try to go live at least 4 times a week, usually about noon Eastern time. Tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your enemies. Maybe not tell your friend who thinks your handiwork is bad. No, you should tell them too. They need to know what we think about them. If you have a story of your own or come across a good one in the wild, please send us an email entitled submission. If you would like an email link to the day's current life, send an email entitled subscribe. The email is biddybrunchbunch, all one word, at gmail.com, and the email address is also in the description. All right, now on to my next rant. Did you hear about this BS tax deal that Trump made up for himself? Because he basically, okay, here's the thing. If a guy owns a company and the company does something bad kind of against him. So he sues the company that he owns and gets a settlement not only for himself but for his kids, that he gets a salary for the rest of his life, and all of his kids do too. Do you think that should fly in court? Because I don't. But that is basically Trump's tax deal. Somebody leaked Trump's taxes, which happens because he wouldn't release them on his own, which he had every opportunity to do, and this would not even been a problem. But somebody leaked them. So Trump sued the government. As president, Trump sued the government, and the government has settled with him, and he no longer has to pay taxes, essentially, him or his kids ever, because they can just fill out what they think they owe, which is going to be none, and they can never get audited, ever, for any reason. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And right now, you can't even investigate him because of the stupid Supreme Court, too. That's just rife for illegal activities, cheating, all kinds of stuff. It's not fair. Nobody else gets a deal like that. Nobody else will ever get a deal like that. Well, I hope not anyway, because that's ridiculous. No, this is not how to handle it. This was one of his $1 billion stupid lawsuits against the government. No, that's got to go. There is no way. He's stealing from us. He's stealing from everybody because he doesn't have to pay taxes anymore. It's ridiculous. I need something happier. So let's go to Robinson, Maine. This is a house on an island for $259,000. Has no beds. It has no baths. It's 350 square feet. Oops, what did I do? I didn't want to do that. Oh, okay. I guess we can do that. No, I don't like that either. Sorry. I'm got Trump on the brain now. It's never a good thing. Need a brain bleach. Okay, here's our brain bleach. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love it. It's a nice little island. You could build something better out there, maybe. I bet you it does not have utilities. This is just a little part. There's another island over there, too. Good-sized island. I think I would have put the house in the middle over here, so that in case of erosion, because eventually it's going to be nothing, because that's how erosion works. It's a tiny house. It's just a little retreat that you probably don't even spend the night at. There it is, drone shot from the shore. I don't even know where you'd park to get out there. Got a nice beachy area. That's cool. It's just a little teeny tiny thing, isn't it? Posted no trespassing, kept out. It's upside down. So they must only put it out when they don't want people there. It's just a little cabin. It's not a house. It's a cabin. It's a little cabin on an island. It's cute. It's the exterior is very well maintained. And we have more exterior pictures. You're not buying the house, you're buying the island. You're buying the island, not the little cabin. The little beachy area is down a cliff, though. And the cliff is probably going to take that away. Oh, look at the dogs. Cute little dogs. Must be who owns it now. It's nice. Would take. I could afford a second $250,000 house. Oh. It is on Little Dowsett Island. It has its own little name. There must be a big Dowsett Island somewhere. Built in 1900. It's 1.25 acres. Um, it's a private island retreat in St. Croix River. Has direct access to Passamaquoddy Bay and the open ocean. Cool. Classic one-room cabin. Views towards Canada. Um, yeah, it's nice. It's a 5-minute motor ride from the mainland with additional opportunities to explore river by kayak. No utilities or services other than cell service. At least you have cell service. You can still take your phone. The structure is 350 square feet, so it's very small. It didn't even look like it had a um, fireplace in it. I would want a fireplace. Just me. Yeah, it's nice. What are the property taxes are $242 a year, so that's not bad. Insurance is 86. It's affordable. It's affordable. You don't want to live there, so you have to be able to afford where you live now and an additional $250,000. But then after that, the taxes and everything they're minimal. Next, we have Server Life, and it says regular came in with a gift for me. Been at this restaurant for a few months now, and I'm very bubbly, outgoing kind of server to all my tables, plus guests, but especially regulars. This particular regular sits at the bar, not in my section, and I've chatted with him handful of times and served him once. Week or two ago, he was in and asked what my favorite flower was, and that kind of raised a red flag for me, but I brushed it off as casual conversation or general curiosity. But today proved otherwise. It's a kind gesture, but I don't appreciate being hit on in any form while I'm working, and I certainly don't date guests or coworkers. Plus, I'm in a committed relationship. How do I feel about this? How would you feel about receiving this yourself? I realize I need to reach out and reject him softly, as it took him about 4 hours to make this. I don't understand it. What is it? Oh yeah, this is a come on. Dear Jane, you intrigue me, and I'd love to get to know you better than our brief time at Applebee's allows. If you have the interest and inclination, my number is 4675309. And I live just up the street. Thank you for introducing me to Bleeding Hearts. Please accept my humble gift. I had a ton of fun. Yeah, he's hitting on her. I was hoping she was mistaken, but he's definitely hitting on her. Drawing it up with my 3D pen this afternoon. Creativity comes easy to me, and it is my happy place. Wishing you a terrific Sunday. Yikes! Don't do this, guys. Tree Branch says, "Well, it's real yikes for me, dog." Oh, is that voodoo? Asking for real. Oh my goodness. Second top rated comment is from No Ladder Stall. I don't think this is just a creative guy. That paper looks homemade. But yeah, that definitely kind of kindly reject this fellow and have someone escort you to your car. Actually, just tell him you're in a relationship. You appreciate the gesture. Let him down easy. And then tell him don't do that to other girls. It's gross. He has 5 kids. Oh my gosh. She says he has 5 kids. Uh, Cat Fallen said when women got dumber than you. Yeah, no kidding. Somebody said I have not watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but somebody says giving Dennis's box and a head in a box. All right, that was pretty funny. Oh my gosh, he has 5 kids and he's hitting on young girls at the store. My daughter used to wait tables. It was terrible. Guys are creeps. Stop it. Stop being creeps. Stop. They're not hitting on you when they're being nice to you. They're being nice to you so you'll leave them a tip. That's it. And not that tip, the other tip, the money kind. Next, we have confession. It is entitled "The Old Lady Who Was in Front of Me at the Store Checked Out Thinks I Found Her Lost Money, but I Lied." Okay. I was at the grocery store waiting in line for my turn to pay, and there was this old woman in front of me. She took out her purse from her handbag to take out money, but it looked like she couldn't find it. She searched her handbag and pockets frantically and clearly wasn't there. Must have been her last because she had tears in her eyes when she realized that she had really lost it. She said it was $20 and that she must have dropped it in the store because she went to the ATM first and remembered still holding it in her hand when she first came. She actually wanted to go look for it. I felt sorry for her, so I pretended to find it on the floor, but in reality, I just took it out my own 20 when she wasn't looking. The look on her face when I found it was worth it. She was so relieved she gave me a hug, which was nice of her. It's not like I'm in a financial stable position myself, but it felt good to help someone who really needed it. Oh, that's very nice of you, LP. I don't carry cash, so I would have probably paid for groceries, especially under $20. Yeah. Yeah. $20 is nothing anymore. It was $10 5 years ago, you know. Go to Garrett said, "Good, proud of you." And OP says, "Thank you." um, Luso West says, "You're getting a lot of good karma coming your way, my friend. Such a lovely thing to do. Very rare moment. Most of us are struggling at the moment. You did brilliant." Yeah, everybody's struggling right now, it seems like. Celestial Angel says, "Sometimes the best kind of help is the kind that lets someone feel like they didn't lose anything." Yeah. Interesting AF. Sebastian Saw wins the London Marathon in 2026 and makes history by becoming the first person to run it in under 2 hours. And we're going to watch him. First person to run the London Marathon in less than 2 hours.
Come on, Sebastian. You can get this. History in the making. Under 2 hours. Nobody has ever done this. They said it couldn't be done.
Come on, come on, come on.
Sebastian
Do
Sawe is going to break the 2-hour mark. He's going to win the London Marathon in incredible style. An historic performance. 1:59:30. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that. What a finish.
I'm not a sports person, but I get excited about stuff like that.
You would say it's unbelievable, but we've just seen it.
It's amazing what humans can do with their bodies.
And Kajelcha was probably under 2 hours as well. Paula's just confirming to me.
I will never run a
second place.
marathon.
There he
Don't worry
is.
about it.
The two men put an immense race together.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for him. Okay, musician says, to those wondering, that's 2.49 minutes per kilometer or 4 minutes and 33 seconds per mile. And a 4-minute mile is pretty dang good speed. Absolutely insane. This No Man's Ice Castle answers, when I was a wee child, I remember the 4-minute mile was still a thing, and anyone running a mile at that pace was beyond human. Now there are people running that pace for a marathon, almost that pace for a marathon. It's just incredible. Yeah. 5 fingers and a nub. 5 fingers and a nub. Does that mean he had 6 fingers at the time? It happens. It happens. Answers, me too. My buddy is a track and field coach at a good high school in the US. There have been some high school boys running sub 4-minute miles, which is insane to me. It's super rare in high school. However, he also said most of the top tier D1 kids are running that in indoor meets. Yikes. How? How is that even possible? Emma's dad says, going that fast for a long time for that long is mind boggling to me. Same. And Dr. Saved says, man, I remember when Eliud Kipchoge first ran a sub 2 hour marathon distance. It took me so much prep work, right temperature, right wind conditions, pacers, etc., to be able to do it in a really in a real race is crazy. Lada Andra says, and here we get two runners at one race. That's crazy. Oh, there were two of them that did it. That's nice. Poor guy who came in second. Like, I did it too, guys. I did it too. I just didn't do it first. Next, we have Emma the A-hole and is entitled AITA for still using the baby name I told my sister I was going to use, despite her using a variation of it first. No, nope, not at all. She stole your name, so no. I, 35 female, had my first daughter in September. While I was pregnant, my sister, 38 female, was also pregnant with a boy. We really thought she was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl, and thought in reality she was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl, and thought it would be fun if it was a surprise for everyone. During that time, I told her that I planned to name this baby after our mom, Colette, and my husband's mother, Coral. Both names start with CO, and I think Coco is an adorable nickname. She told me the name the pick was a surprise and they didn't want to reveal it to us until the baby was here. Lo and behold, her twins are born in August, and everyone is surprised. She names them Cole and Letty. I didn't think much of it, except it was really cute and sweet that she clearly named them after our mom. When my daughter was born, I went through and called her Colette Coral, and we almost exclusively call her Coco. I don't see a problem with this at all. My sister's very annoyed that I followed through with the name and brings it up all the time how ridiculous it is that three of them practically share a name. Well, that's not on her. She told you what she was going to name it. That's on you for keeping things to yourself. It's also confusing if full names are used. I don't see how. I will admit that. Nope, don't. Despite me telling her my entire pregnancy this was the name I planned to use. I even had stuff made with the name. She ensures everyone knows her babies were born first. Honestly, if she had told me months ago that she planned to use Cole and Letty, I probably would have pivoted, but she never said anything. Heck, even if she told me she was using Cole, I would have reevaluated. Currently debating legally swapping Coral and Colette simply to keep the peace, but that feels awful like I'm admitting I'm the a-hole in the first place, so am I the a-hole? No, not at all. Not at all. No. They're not even the same. It's Letty, Cole, and Coco. They're not the same. They're not even they all oh, no, they don't even all start with C. So, no, they're not the same. Letty and Coco are 2 different people, clearly. Cole and Coco are 2 different people. Cole and Letty might be the same person, I'm not sure. It's a joke. Romero says, "Listen, if George Foreman can name all 5 of his sons George and 1 of his daughters Georgette, I'm sure your set of cousins will be fine. But I do think Coral Colette's flows more nicely. Either way, it was NTA. Your sister should have clued you in since she was aware of your plan." Scratchy Can answers, "I had to Google that one, but it's really sad naming as many kids many kids after yourself. 1 I can sort of understand, but 5, that's too much. Confession, one of my ancestors happened to outlive 2 of his wives. He had sons with all 3 of his wives, and they were all named after him. So he had 3 John Juniors from different wives. Why? I find this to be the height of narcissism, I guess. Like, how narcissistic do you have to be to name not 1, not 2, but 3 to 5, 3 to 6, 3 to 6 kids after yourself? Or are you insensitive or not insensitive? Um, you have low self-esteem. How low is your self-esteem that you have to build yourself up like that? The second tech comment is from O'Crystal, and she says, "NTA, she did it on purpose. That's why she asked and refused to tell her you tell hers. Never change your baby's names until the baby is born or until you end up in this situation, or else you end up in this situation. Now you know for the next time." Stormcat Tomcat says, "Cole and Letty When the grandma is Colette, feels like an inverse Twilight. Inverse Twilight Renesmee. Yeah, it does. No kidding. Alan says it doesn't. It's just as cringe. I don't think it's cringe at all. I don't think it's cringe. I think that Cole and Letty are perfectly fine for to name them after Colette if you want to. It nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know unless they know the family history. Nobody cares. Cat the Conqueror says, I don't think it's as cringe because Cole and Letty are both real names. Renesmee was the original tragedy. I don't think so. Seen some tragedies in my time. Chuck and Howtex, I think that's Chuck and Houston, Texas, probably. Uh, he says, NTA, I would tell her until the cows come home, if this was going to be a problem for you, you shouldn't have done it. I told you what I was going to do, and I did it. Was your plan really to save this secret until the last minute and then expect we would change our plan names on short notice to accommodate your feelings? Did you have any consideration for my feelings? For real, tell me that wasn't your plan here and that somehow I'm the problem. Um, Bowman says, I agree, but I would shorten it down to, you know what my daughter's name was going to be. If you had a problem with similar names, why didn't you name your children so close to mine? Yes, exactly. Next, we have I Don't Work Here Lady, entitled CVS Customer. So this happened to my girlfriend a few days ago at a CVS. She was shopping for some Easter goodies, and an old woman approached her and goes, hello. My girlfriend, confused, responds, hello. Old lady asks where the magazines are, and my girlfriend, still confused, asks, what? Lady now yells, oh my God, it's not hard. Just tell me where they are. I don't have all day. My girlfriend just replies, well, you've wasted more time because I don't even work here. The lady gives a half-assed apology saying, oh, well, whatever, sorry. How would I know you're literally wearing the uniform? She was wearing a black Lululemon sweatshirt, definitely not a bright red CVS t-shirt. Imagine if she was an employee, though, this is how she would have been spoken to. I told her about this sub, and she said I could share. um, Hissy Fit is a top-rated comment, and they say, I was super sick once, and my friend was taking me home. She swung into a CVS and got me a ginger ale and other comfort items. It's not ginger ale. It has to be Verner's. Has to. Ginger ale does nothing. Verner's. Verner's cures everything. Verner's only. It took her some forever to come back out, and when she told me that woman had pitched this giant fit at the register, she was trying to use a coupon that expired and could not accept at the cashier, couldn't just scan it and make it work. Coupon lady was insulting the cashier, cussing, and even tried to involve my friend. She pointed at my friend and said, even she agrees with me. I'm right. My friend just responded, I'm trying to buy ginger ale and I have a friend puking in a trash bag in my car right now. JPK Toxic Waste answers, oh, good friend. I hope you're feeling better now. Dang. Yeah, good friend. My friend's puking in my car. Can you hurry it up, please? Big explanation maybe says, OMG, the audacity. Not only do the CVS employees serve that woman, but everyone in her orbit, apparently. The third rated comment is from Cosmic Contessa, and she says, oh, you didn't hear that CVS employees now wear black Lulu hoodies? Rebranding. Satsuki says, except the ones that work inside a Target pharmacy that still wear red with white lab coats, traumatizing everyone with the white lab coat syndrome. Oh. Next, we have Overheard, and it is entitled, do you know this is a big city, and I wonder what I should do to increase my chances to see you again? I just overheard the smoothest pickup line in my life. Some dude at a subway station approached a girl near me and said, excuse me, I'm new to this area. May I ask for help? The girl said, sure. And he said, you know, this is a big city, and I wonder what I should do to increase my chances of seeing you again. The girl chuckled and said my number would be helpful, and he got the number. Never respected someone more for approaching a stranger this way. That is really cute. Guys, take note. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, especially if you're cute. Lemon Kitty says smooth, but also carried by confidence. Same line from a nervous dude would flop instantly. Twittenhouse says can't do that in a small small town America. Sonic Tear says, I'm going to try it anyway. What's the worst that could happen? She says nothing. Well, then I'm in the same place I was before, and I said nothing. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, except the experience, which I can always learn from. Either way, it's a win-win. I will have to possibly modify it a bit. We'll keep the idea in my pocket. Good. I hope you get somewhere. Silken Whisper says, smooth as heck, dude. Dude turned, I'm lost into I found you respect. Some they deleted their comment. Most of the U.S. says she gave a number. We're not sure she gave her number or the number of a nightclub. Still, you're right. Smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. Tender Glow says, bro has unlocked the confidence skill of the day. That's a good one. You guys take notes. Take notes. Singles. Single guys. Don't do this if you're married or in a relationship of any kind. It's cheating is not cool. Next, we have True Off My Chest and is entitled, I think I know why no man takes my friend on a fifth date, but I am not telling her. I just got back from a week in Bali with a close friend, and I think I finally get why none of the men she meets goes past 3 or 4 dates with her. I feel awful because I know I'm never going to tell her. She's actually great, smart, funny, kind, but there's something I saw on this trip that I can't unsee now. The cat. The cat was not there, but her ghost followed us everywhere. Anyway, everything. And I mean, everything came back to the cat. Every couple of hours, we were back on it. At dinner in the most beautiful places, she'd go quiet scrolling through old photos, wondering if the cat was depressed. She'd do multiple FaceTimes with their sitter every day, full baby voice. At night, she'd literally sing lullabies to the cat over the phone. She'd leave the beach parties to go get updates from her sitter. At first, it was fine, and then it got a lot. This sounds annoying as heck, to be honest. We walked past a tattoo shop, and she seriously considered getting her cat's face tattooed. In a cafe, she saw 2 cartoon characters kissing on the menu and said, well, this reminds me of my cat. I asked how, and she said once her cat sniffed another cat, and they looked like they were kissing. Like everything filtered through the cat. One day we spent a whole 3 hours finding the perfect cat gift for the cat. 3. The cat is going to break it in 5 seconds. And we could have done something else in that time, explored a new place maybe, but nope, we had to spend 3 hours on the cat. Then I learned how she lives and got worse. She has no closed door policy because if any door closes, the cat screams all night. Bedroom, bathroom, everything open. This means that the cat sleeps on her chest every night, follows her to the bathroom, sits on her lap while she's on the toilet, and also watches her shower. I tried to imagine a guy coming over, and yeah, that's probably where things end. She also wants this insane K-drama level love, like can't live without each other kind. But then casually said one day that she'd always choose her cat over a partner. So what is someone even signing up for? By date 3 or 4, I'm guessing the guy has heard about the cat 30 to 40 times, seen her FaceTime at mid-meal, and maybe been to her place and maybe gotten scratched and realized this isn't, she has a pet, the pet is the main character, and I'm not, and I will never will be. So he leaves politely. She thinks men aren't trying. Gets upset, goes back to the cat. Bond gets stronger. Next guy sees even more intense version of this and leaves faster. Loop. And the worst part, she has no idea. I'm not telling her because I know how that conversation goes. She will get defensive and I will become the villain who doesn't get her bond with her pet. And our friendship will be over. So yeah. Now every time she says he wasn't feeling it, I'm like, I think I know exactly what he felt. No, this is not me saying people with pets or cats can't date or were difficult to be with. I know other people who are perfectly fine pet parents. This is just an exceptional case where someone is deeply enmeshed relationship with their pet might be affecting their dating life. And it doesn't help that we're calling pets children now. This is how the enmeshment starts. Acting like your pets are children. Not that they're not part of the family, because they are, but they're pets. They're pets. They're not your baby. Trust me. IDKV says, LMAF. Oh. This is my old best friend because that chick was wildly insane, and I'm happy she's not in my life anymore. You literally described her to a T. Second top rated comment is for mindless speech, and they just say, exhausting. True. Moon Dweller says, I'm a total cat lover. I have two. And holy fuck, this is a lot. Honestly, I think you should tell her. It's totally up to you, of course, but when the subject is brought up by her, I would say, yeah, I did notice you talk about your cat a lot. And I know it's great that you love her so much, but it's a bit overboard and people want to talk about you and life, and nobody wants to pause what they're doing. So you can FaceTime your cat, or you could simply play simple and say, well, I did notice that your cat is the center of a lot of conversation. They probably want to hear more about you. If she gets mad, then she gets mad, but this isn't worth losing a friendship over. I don't know, maybe it is, because that's weird. Next we have What Do I Do? And is entitled My 22 female sister, 32 female, is angry that I won't pay for her Wi-Fi a year later. I, 22 female, am much more financially stable than my sister, 32 female. I'm bringing in great money and live with my boyfriend. Well, when I lived with my sister, I've been financially dependent on her for the most part. More times than not, when she calls me, it's for money. Granted, it's usually less than $30, but there have been times where I've given her $600 to $700 just to keep her on her feet. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to give to somebody. Every time we go on that trip, she usually broke, and I have to deplete my savings paying for everything on said trip. She makes poor financial decisions, for example, getting a $13,000 hair transplant. That is unnecessary. Done when she's behind on bills, paying for a $600 a month personal trainer when she is behind, etc. Oh my. Yeah, those are not necessary things to have for really anybody. I mean, they're nice if you can afford them, but ma'am, you cannot afford them. She pays for a duplex she can't afford, refusing to downsize in fear of feeling like a loser, and keeps getting more pets. The list goes on, and I'm digressing. It just pisses me off so badly. It's obviously bothered me since I feel like I'm the only as good as the amount of money I have for her. I have I'm have an especially sensitive relationship around money since for the longest time I was so poor, but I made it so good that I got out of that. Ever since I have moved out, I have been paying for her Wi-Fi bill. It started off as since my card is the one on file, it would be easier to keep it there, and you just Venmo me monthly. That lasted all of 1 month. Recently, I decided to order new cards for myself. As a result, my card was no longer on file. This caused an overdue balance of around $230 to accrue on the account. My sister ended up texting me because she was so broke. I felt bad and just paid the balance off for her, even though it pissed me off. And I know I probably shouldn't have done so. No, you probably shouldn't have. You should have never. The first month she missed Venmoing you would have been the last, because it would have been canceled. You can just take your credit card off of those. You don't have to replace it with anything. Just take your credit card off. Like, this credit card is no good. Bye. Fast forward to today. She calls me and we have a normal conversation. She then segues into telling me about how she did a consultation for fillers and a facelift. Girl, stop. She was going over the cost for it all, and it was equal to just over $3,000. She then proceeded to tell me how she was going to use her tax refund to cover the fillers and then pay for the facelift over time. And I butted in and said, well, if you have enough money to pay for the face fillers, you can pay for your Wi-Fi. She told me that she needed to do this for her confidence and that I should keep paying for it. No, why are you still paying it? It really pissed me off when we hung up. After this, I called and checked on the Wi-Fi bill again, and it's $93 past due. Here's how the conversation on the phone call unfolded. What should I reply? Do I disconnect her Wi-Fi? Yes. I'm tired of being financially abused and she needs to grow up. Why are you still paying her Wi-Fi? Jesus Christ. Side note, her mentioning her drug use doesn't really relate to all this. She looks completely fine, has been told by many people on her most recent trip that she looks very glow and very, very youthful. She's just pulling out all of the tactics to guilt trip me into paying this bill for her. Hell no. Edit. I also want to say I'm undoubtedly an enabler in some capacity. 10,000% owning up to that. I'm finally getting some backbone. Edit number two. Internet is canceled. I just have to get her to return the equipment. Or on the other hand, I can go to her house when she isn't there and get it myself. She probably need that because she can't be trusted. Stunning rip is the top rated comment, and they say she's a sponge. OP says a financial vampire man. Zombie Wolfenstein says, I'm really sorry about your sister. This has been a difficult situation. Honestly, it's probably exactly how my parents felt before I got sober 10 years ago. I wish you all the best of luck with your sister. On the bright side, it looks like you have a great tattoo career going for you. You're really talented. Keep it up. Well, that's nice. Yeah, tattoo artists can make some money if they're good. They can make money if they're okay. Doug says, after she said, just cancel it, I would have said, okay, end of convo. Exactly. OP says, noted. I mentally checked out of it. Rubicon says, I wouldn't bother. It's her bill. It's her responsibility to cancel it. You don't need to cancel her services for her. You simply remove your card and let her get the notifications and she can deal with it as she please. Yeah, just stop paying it. Unhinged Serenity says, you held a boundary, now stick. You held a boundary, now stick to it. OP says that they will. I hope that there's no bad updates on this. She do like her tattoos, but there's no updates. Next, we have Oh No Consequences. It's entitled OP sells the Switch his fiance uses daily without talking to her and is shocked that she's angry about it. I'd be PO'd. This was originally posted on Am I the A-Hole 4 years ago. uh, I, male 22, and my fiance, 23 female, got an apartment a few months ago. So far, everything has been okay. We were struggling to pay the rent, but we have been able to manage to pay all of our bills. We do live paycheck to paycheck despite both of us working nearly 40 hours a week. So last year when the new Nintendo Switch OLED came out, I bought myself one. I don't use it anymore, but my fiance plays it nearly every single day. I didn't care because my mom had gotten me a PS5 as a housewarming gift. I usually play on that when I have spare time. Since September is coming and I realized I was about $200 short for my part of the rent. I was so short because I ended up splurging a little too much on food. I couldn't think of a way to make the $200 before the next week until I realized my old Switch I never played. I took it and a few games and sold it to GameStop. I'd gotten the $200 I needed for rent plus a few extra to get me and my fiance some dinner. Later that night, when my fiance got home from work, she went to the bedroom to shower. After that, we ate some dinner. After we ate, she asked where the Switch was because she couldn't find it. I told her what I had done and she stopped eating. Are you serious? She asked me. I told her, yeah, I did it because I needed it for the pay the rent. She had a confused, hurt look on her face and pointed to my PS5 in the living room and says, so if I cannot make my part of the rent, I should sell this? And I said, no, that was a gift from my mom. The Switch is mine. I bought it myself, so it wasn't yours to begin with. I can sell my stuff I want. After I said this, she got up from the table without finishing her dinner and went to the bedroom. I thought I heard crying, but I couldn't tell. It didn't make sense to me why she was so upset. It was my things, and I was just letting her use it. She told me she wanted to go stay with her mom to think about what. I told her whatever, and she left. I don't think I'm the a-hole because I did what I had to do so we could pay rent, but I'm starting to feel guilty because my fiance is really upset. AITA. Yeah, kinda. I mean, it was something you knew she was using every day. It was kind of default, kind of hers at that point. You should have at least told her you were selling it instead of letting her discover that you sold it. Communication, people, come on, it's not that hard. Well, I mean, it is for some people, I guess, but it's not that hard. Edit. I did not tell my fiance I was behind on rent because I didn't think it was her business to know I was going to be behind. Excuse me? She need to break up with you, dude. You are bad news. Red flags. If you own an apartment or anything else or renting or whatever with another person and you are behind on the rent or what you owe for the mortgage or whatever, you communicate that with your partner or your roommate. Even your roommate needs to know this. Oh, she doesn't tell me about her finances and I don't tell her about mine. That is just stupid. Stupid. Also, we had an SD card in the Switch, which I would have kept, which I have kept if she ever wants to buy her own Nintendo Switch. Well, that makes it okay. I did too. I want to say thank you to the for the people that saying I'm NTA and seeing my side. Without doing this, we could have possibly been late for rent. In worst case, we get evicted. I do hate seeing my fiance upset, and I plan to take her to dinner soon to make up for it. You don't have money for that, sir. She's more than welcome to play on my PS5 if she wants to, because I have no intention of selling it. There's not much of an update between me and her. She's still at her mom's house, and I've been at the house playing on the PS5 all day. But you guys are right. I probably should have told her beforehand. That was my mistake. I also disagree with the what's mine is yours. Does that mean that her makeup is mine? No. It's not mine, but you never used that, and she was using your Switch. That's the difference. I'd never sell her belongings or use it without permission. Info: I did not ask her if she wanted to buy it beforehand because I honestly didn't think of it. Why would she give me $200 for it when she has to pay half of the rent too? Well, you don't know that she can't afford it. I bet she has a bunch of money. I bet she has saved up a ton of money, and he don't know it. That's the only reason she ain't telling him. Just saying. How do you know she doesn't have the money for that? You didn't ask her. You didn't ask her, and you don't know what her finances are, sir. Just because you're struggling with money doesn't mean she is. Uh, should I have offered it to family member? Probably yes. That's my mistake too. Edit 3. My fiance got home around 8:45. She had a new Nintendo Switch in her hand. Good for her. Yes. I asked her how she got it and where she got it. She told me it's none of my business when when it is. No, sir, it is not your business. It's not your business. You just said that your financial situations are not your business, are not each other's business. So if her financial situation isn't your business, if your financial situation isn't her business and hers isn't yours, red flags for this guy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I told her she, I told her she could possibly spend the rent money, and she said, "Don't worry about how I got it. I'm scared she spent the rent money on it. I don't know what to do." Don't worry about it. Not your business. Not your business, sir. Final update. After my fiance went to the bedroom with the Switch, I followed her and still asked where she got it. When she didn't answer, I asked if she spent rent money. She said no. Uh, she had it, but I told her I didn't believe her. Oh my gosh, this. I kept pressing until she ended up crying. She packed a bag, including the Switch, and said she would send me the rent money later before it's due. She left, and I don't know where she went. She left her engagement ring as well. I guess you know where your next rent's coming from, sir. I'm really upset she just left me over this Nintendo Switch. She's not leaving you over a Nintendo Switch. She's leaving you over your financial abuse, dude. I'm scared she's going to leave. The apartment is in my name, so legally I'm the only one responsible, and I can't afford it myself. I'm stuck at a loss for words. Also, it's not that I'm immature or need communication. I just feel like she needs to worry about rent, making dinner, and having the house clean before she worries about a Nintendo Switch. Well, she thinks differently, sir. We had an agreement that she would do all of that if I were work extra, which I have. So her getting mad about me selling my things is ridiculous. And you getting mad about her buying her things is even more ridiculous. If she went out and sold her makeup or whatever items that belong to her to make the rent, I wouldn't care. Yeah, because you don't use them. Hello. I wish she would open her eyes and realize that it wasn't a big deal. And then neither is her buying a Switch. And to those who are commenting about how I said it's not my business, but keep pounding her about the Switch she bought, I ended up finding out she used her part of the rent to buy the Switch, which makes me mad. She has no rent money because she wasted on a system that we would could eventually get on later if when we had money. I'm not updating anymore. I'm too tired. Becca Moves is a top-rated comment and quotes, "My finances are my business. His fiance buys a Switch. Also, my fiance's finances are my business." Oh. Bob the Inept says, "Also, it's not her business to know that we are not making rent." Exactly. OP says, "I couldn't imagine hiding that information from someone I'm living with." That's the OP, not the OOP, not the jerk. Selena Benet says, "Someone you're going to marry." Well, we're supposed to. Blind as a Moose is the second top rated comment, and she says, "OOP, I didn't tell her I would be behind on rent because my money is my business, and I don't tell her about my finances, and she doesn't tell me about hers." Also, OOP, where did she get the money from? What if she spent the rent money? Holy double standards, Batman. I kind of happy that ex fiance she dodged a bullet here. Yeah, I'm happy for her too. Overjoyed that she's out of this situation. She deserves so much better. Assorted Failure says, not to mention that he tried to think of something important to her twice to reference it and came up with makeup both times. What if I sold her makeup? What if I used her makeup? Lady of Silver Shale says, "Well, it's not as though she has designer bags or shoes. Could you imagine if she had even dared to browse anywhere more expensive than Walmart?" Yeah, no kidding. He would have been all over that. Oops, hit the wrong button. Their top priority comment is from Sassy Barista. And they say, also, it's not that I'm immature or need communication. I just feel like she needs to worry about rent, making dinner, and having the house clean before she worries about a Nintendo Switch. God, I hate that idiot. Me too. Me too. Their our fourth top rated comment is from JoJo Bees. Quote, our own money is our own business. And then he had the stuff about the Nintendo Switch. Finances are separate until she buys something I disapprove of. Totally true. Next, we have mildly infuriating, and it is entitled, "Someone reported me to HR for having a vape at my desk." It's the charging case for my earbuds. I laughed and showed them how it works. Luckily, they thought it was equally funny and said they would have a discussion with the person who reported it. Supposedly, HR is going to advise them to be more thorough and vigilant before reporting things like this. So, what if you have a vape at your desk? It's not like you're vaping at your desk. I have no idea who reported it, but nobody asked me about it face to face, so I've never had the opportunity to provide clarification. It's definitely annoying how some people at work are so eager to report the dumbest crap. Edited to remove product names. Some people with their tinfoil hats thinks this is an ad. Maybe one of them reported it to HR. Edit to lots of asking if vapes are allowed in my office, and the answer is no, at least not allowed to be sitting on our desks. They are treated like cigarettes, and since we have on-site clients sometimes with millions of dollars, we are required to keep such things out of sight. Yes, smoking vaping is allowed outside. That's so dumb. Top rated comment is from Fam is number one. Oh, no, that's not the top rated comment. That's the mod. Top rated comment is from Juan Parada, and he says, "Someone reported me because they thought I was playing a medieval video game, when in reality, I was editing a video that featured an animation of some kids running through a castle." um, Indigo Rangers, the second top rated comment, and they say, "I had a hand warmer which my coworker claimed was a sex toy." It's literally just a hand warmer, Melissa. Have you ever seen one? One of those toys? You uptight suburban prune. I got called into HR. I brought the Amazon link, turned it on. The HR rep rolled their eyes and asked if I would like to file a complaint. Yes, yes, I would. I think I would for harassment. Adorable Oddity answers. Decades ago, when I was young and new to the corporate world, I would have one of those little desk things that had different pictures that you could flip around to describe your mood for that day. I am happy, I am anxious, etc. Our boss came over and started flipping through it, and it said something to the effect of, "What do you think?" And he told me that someone complained that there was something inappropriate on it. And I was shocked not only that someone complained, but also the nature of the complaint. After checking out each mood, he said that he thought it was fine and didn't know what they were talking about. Some people are just truly miserable. True. I had a friend who had this is that's bullshit button on their desk. Oh, so my husband has one of those easy buttons from Staples, Staples. That was easy, except he rigged it so you can put whatever you want on it. So we put whatever we want on it. It was great. I was putting songs on there, making people tap it all day long. Songs that they had never heard of because I have, you know, a Vinnie Marky obsession. So I'd put like a line of his latest song on there every day. It's fun for a while. uh, Milherm says, I used to have a sign that says dogs welcome people tolerated hanging from in front of my cubicle. I thought it was funny and quippy, and it was a gift from a coworker because I kept dog treats at my desk for the office dogs. There were three in the office, two working dogs and one senior management dog that occasionally came to the office sporadically. The other two dogs would come to the office um, regularly at lunch. The employee with the seeing eye dog would come and stop by for a treat for his dog. I told him about the sign. He thought it was hilarious and got one too as a gift from the same coworker. Months later, someone asked me to take it down, but he never had to. I suspect it's because I worked toward the front of the office, could be seen by the front desk. But it was still so annoying. People are ridiculous. Adorable Oddity answers, I loathe the serious corporate types who take all the enjoyment out of the work environment. Same. Same. Their top rated comment is from Cat Millennium, and they say, "Hear me out. You got an opportunity to do something fun. You've got to find the most vape looking things you can find for fun. Surely there's a bulky pen you can get or a USB stick to mess with them." Kazuru says, "Fancy tire pressure gauge. I'm stupid. So when uh, my boyfriend and I first started dating, he asked me to grab the gauge from the glove box, and I said I only see this vape." Obviously, immediately ported him to HR traffic. Mm. Somebody has a sunscreen that looks like a vape. Somebody has a sonic screwdriver. That would be awesome. Um, she has an eco pen that looks like a vape. I don't vape, so I don't know. I think it's dumb. I think it's as dumb as smoking. You don't know what you're doing to your lungs. Look how long it took us to figure out smoking. Vape hasn't been around that long. Next is Am I Overreacting? And it's entitled AIO if I divorced over him asking to open our relationship and then gaslighting me. No. Him asking to open the relationship is grounds for divorce, if you ask me. If you're not happy with our relationship as it is, then we will divorce. And there's gonna be no cheating. Open, close, no cheating. Okay, so here's some context since I don't think the messages can fully stand alone, and I'm not even reading the messages. My 27 female. Okay, you haven't even, oh my gosh. You're not even in your 30s. Slow down. My 27 female, husband 28 male, have only been to get married 6 months. We have a 1-month-old baby girl. Today, two of our college friends came over unannounced to meet the baby. I was very frustrated by this, and I assumed he had invited him because he didn't seem all surprised for them to show up. I had a very difficult pregnancy and been having horrible time recovering, so I just needed to rest. Two of the college friends is a woman and my husband used to have a crush on. Is a woman that my husband used to have a crush on. This isn't something we directly talked about, but it was just basic knowledge in our shared circles in college. They still keep in contact, and I wasn't aware that it was high contact or really even a friendship. After they left, I was a bit grouchy, and my husband could tell. He had to go to work later that night and was texting me while on a short break this conversation. He asked me about dating others out of the blue. I'm accepting a polyamory, and he knows that, but I have never expressed an interest in that for myself. Am I overreacting for considering divorce here? No. No, you're not. Uh, update April 21st. This was, doesn't really say. So I don't know how long that has been between. Now I gotta find it. This will be my only update unless something massive happens. I'm not looking to create one of those rare sagas that drown for 5 updates. Why not? We want them. Okay, so I know they all say this, but I really did not expect it to blow up like this. I posted to AIO subreddits before, but I know because I know my tendency to be emotional, it usually comes out in 2 or 3 comments saying it's not a big deal. I was honestly expecting to get some sort of reassurance that he did make an honest mistake and I could let it go out of my mind. Maybe that sounds a bit silly to you all, but I'm severely doubting myself due to postpartum hormones, and I'm prone to doubt all my feelings and wanted thoughts of people in their right mind. When I instantly got that many comments telling me divorce, I called up several friends and my sister. I'm not trusting Reddit to make decisions. No worries to those who warned against that. While obviously they were less quick to jump to leave him, everyone I asked agreed his behavior was very inappropriate and something had to be done here. When he came home last night, we had a real face-to-face conversation and he elaborated further. I asked to see the list. He admitted there wasn't a list. He must have said he had a list of people. But his friend had asked if he was planning on being with Crush. I asked why a friend hadn't known we were together. He said that his friend didn't know we were in a closed relationship. So he's been indicating to people that he's in an open relationship already. That's red flag number one. He said friend didn't know that we were in a close relationship. He couldn't explain why. I asked about more things, but it was mostly me expressing how hurt I felt. He seemed to understand it and started to really feel bad for it. He knew immediately that he'd been taking care of the baby tonight so I would get a good night's sleep. I was too stressed for it really, but I appreciated the gesture. I've explained to him that I'm deeply uncomfortable with him being with others and will never be open to it. He says that's okay. I told him I want to look through his phone and he let me. He had very sparse messages with both crush and friend. Unsure if they just don't text much or if he deleted things. There's no way to know, so I left that factor be. I also told him I want him to get therapy, which he easily agreed to. I know it's not what most of you wanted, but I'm not jumping to straight divorce. Our face to face interaction went better than the text one, and I really believe he can change. I want the baby to have her father. Answering some questions that came up repeatedly. Why did this happen over text? I answer, I don't know. He's more comfortable when he has time to gather his thoughts. I'd prefer to be face to face and told him as much. But you said you were accepting of polyamory. Okay, yeah, you can be accepting of some. I can be accepting of trans people and not be trans. Oh my goodness. Yes, like how I'm accepting of gay marriage. It doesn't mean I'm gay or want gay marriage for myself. I just support other people's rights to it. I thought this may have been how he got the idea that I would be okay with this. Why did you marry him? And some much more insulting variations. This wasn't his first date icebreaker. He's been a kind person I connect to a lot. I have no way of predicting this, and you can't determine he has no positive traits I may have fallen for off of this one exchange. Yeah, no kidding. Have you ever been poly? No. She just said she's not open to it. She's fine with it, not open to it. There's a difference. Is he good with baby? Yes, he's great with the baby and it's never been a concern. He loves her dearly. Light out of habit? He grew up in an abusive environment. I did too, and that's part of why I connected with him deeply and had to lie for survival. It's a habit he struggled to break, but he's never doubled down on this many times before. Thank you all for much more of the support and help me see this is something I definitely needed to be addressed. Sorry to any stress I may have caused anybody. Edit update April 28th. So this is 6 days after the last update. I did my own research. I actually found all of this a couple of days ago, but my priority hasn't been on Reddit. I'm still not sure if physical cheating was involved, but I can confirm that he was telling both crush and friend that we were in the process of getting a divorce and he was basically single. They seemed shocked to learn this wasn't true. There were deleted texts as well, thanks to everybody who told me how to see these. Nothing overtly romantic with the crush, but the kinds of texts that sound flirty even without being explicitly said, you hang up, no, you hang up tone of type of tone. Obviously, now we are in the process of getting a divorce and he is basically single. Me and the baby will be fine. I'm staying with my sister, which isn't ideal, but I'm too much pain to manage a baby alone. Comments are locked now, and I doubt anybody will even see this, but for the I told you so crowd, I'm very glad I took my time to see what was happening and do research before immediately dumping into a divorce. I had hoped the discrepancies were caused by his compulsive lying issue, which was a mental health problem that could be fixed. Could it, though? Could it? Compulsive lying? Ugh. Infidelity or attempted infidelity is not something I've ever seen a therapist fix it. It's not something I'll stay through. I'm sorry if you lie to me or if you're a compulsive liar, no. No, absolutely not. No. But for my own health, knowing is so much better than thinking. I didn't want to leave with that self doubt forever, and I'm glad I won't have to now. Not making any further updates unless soon to be X kills a man or the like. The divorce proceedings don't seem very relevant to the story. Thank you all for the insight. I'm not going to do the updates because obviously they're out of date. Um, okay, I got to read one. Monitor, okay, says, why would his friend assume you two weren't dating when you have a new baby and are married? Sometimes it don't make sense. Next, we have best of Redditor updates, and it is entitled Parents Want to Cut My Pay by $5 an Hour. What? Um, this was in our babysitting, our slash babysitting, um, March 10th, 2026. Hi, everybody. I'm a 20 female located in Southern California, and I've been babysitting for this family. Oh, not her parents. Okay. I've been babysitting for this family for 2 years now. You want to cut pay $5 in this economy? Oh, hell no. I've been watching their kids, 6 male, 5 male, and 3 female, 2 days a week, usually Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. They pay me $30 an hour. Well, Sunday night, they asked me to babysit for a date night. But when they paid me this afternoon, I know they gave me $25 less. When I texted asking if they made a mistake, the dad called me and said he felt $30 an hour was a lot for 3 kids who he called self-sufficient. They're 6, 5, and 3. They are not self-sufficient. Maybe if they were 12. Maybe if the baby was 12. No. You want me to be there and spend my time there, pay me the $30 an hour. He told me all they do is watch TV or play games, and it's not an easy job, but he still felt they were paying me too much. He felt $25 an hour was more appropriate to pay because I'm still in college and it was still great money for a college student. Not if you're only doing it eight hours a week. That's no money. He also mentioned how inflation was causing him to cut any unnecessary expenses. She has inflation too, dude. I'd like to add that I walked to their house after my classes and they're okay with me bringing my puppy along with me, which has been great. That being said, I think $5 pay cut is too much. They live in a 6-bedroom house and I don't know how to approach the parents that I'm not okay with pay cut. Commenter, they're treating you like a child and telling you how much pocket money you can earn for your chores. Tell them that you're only willing to accept the agreed upon rate for the next booking. Ask them to pay ahead of time, including the remaining fee that they owe for this sit. That way you're covered and they should find another sitter. OP said, yeah, he told me he talked to his friends and one of his friends pays their babysitter $20 an hour for their 3 kids, which he thought was a fair price. I felt like I was being talked down to because you probably were. This guy's a jerk, obviously. Does mom know he paid you less? This sounds like a weird power move on his part. I would let her know about the incident. If she agrees, then you could communicate with them that you will not accept less than the current rate of $30 an hour. You're already being underpaid, in my opinion. Again, she might not know this and is a weird move on his part, speaking from someone who works with a weird DB. I don't know what that is. OOP says, Mom is really nice. And when I first started, it was $25 an hour. She quickly changed it to 30. But Dad is a bit more in charge, and I don't think she would say or do anything. I kind of noticed they make way for him for everything. Okay, he sounds like an abusive jerk then. Update March 11th, 2026. So the next day. Um, Hi everybody again. This is my update for my post from yesterday when I posted about one of my families wanting to cut my pay. First of all, I'd like to thank you for all the kind comments and great advice. I didn't expect my post to blow up the way it did. I'm grateful for all the support I was given. I'm sorry I couldn't respond to everybody, but still thank you to all who commented. Sorry ahead of time because my post might be long one. It's not that. So after my phone call after the dad, I decided to text the mom and ask her if everything was all right and ask why they wanted to cut my pay that much. She's texted me back saying it wasn't an easy decision, but ultimately her husband felt it was best to have a sit down with me and talk about my pay and what I'm doing as a babysitter. I told her I wasn't okay with the pay cut and they owed me the $25 they didn't pay me for Sunday. Mom ended up Venmoing me the remaining $25 and asked if I could come this morning to talk about my future with the family. So I ended up going because mom reassured me the dad wasn't around. I talked to her and told her I wasn't happy that they did that to me and that I'm not going to babysit for them for $25 an hour when they have 3 kids. She told me she understood and was going to talk to her husband about it. Later tonight, I went and babysat for another family in the same neighborhood as them, and I told them everything that had happened. She told me that the other mom tried looking for another sitter and got quoted $60 for the babysitting job, so she was pretty upset. Then the mom told me to tell them that I've raised my rates. That mom told me to tell them that I've raised my rates due to the rising cost of living. I guess mom from the first family texted the other mom and asked if I was working for them, and the second mom said yes. Before I left, the first mom came over and asked if I was willing to make something work with her until she could work something out between us. The second mom then stepped in and said the going rate has changed and the babysitting for 3 kids was $50 an hour. The first mom said she was too much money, and I told her $30 an hour for 3 kids was too low, and she eventually caved and compromised on $45 an hour. Well, the dad, the one who wants to cut my pay, has gone on business trip for 9 weeks. So first mom told me she would pay me $45 in cash until he gets back. And then once he's back, all 3 of us can sit down and figure out a new rate. Well, the rate then's going to be 50. I would say if I have to negotiate a new rate with you, it's going to be higher than $45 an hour. It's going to be 60. I agreed to it only because the dad wasn't going to be around. The first mom said she couldn't uh, miss going to tennis or Wednesday night dinners, so she was thankful I was a reliable babysitter. Now I have 9 weeks to fill another job for Tuesday and Wednesday night work. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I'm also really happy the other mom stepped in and took my corner when the first mom came over to talk to me. The mom I sat for tonight told me she would ask around and reassured me that it wouldn't be hard to fill those days. I feel pretty good about the outcome and hope it all works out in the end. I have one more year of college, so I'm just uh, hanging on until I can graduate. Um, Only in Japan says, I love it. They figured they could pay less and ended up paying more. Edit, thank you so much for the awards. She got 2 little hearts. Um, Son of Aries says, I'd have been sympathetic having 3 kids a hard time and tough, but it is wanged up to just decide after someone has worked for you that you decide to pay them less because you don't think they really earn the rate you agreed on. But for but not tell them and just pay less and see if they figured it out or not, wanged up. Yes, totally. Common fodder answers, remember the mom said that she didn't want to miss tennis or Wednesday night dinners. This is not a family that's fallen on hard times. No kidding. Uh, Future research professor says, shout out to the second mom for getting her a pay raise. No kidding. Former class and doing it right to the first mom's face too while she was trying to lowball OP. Absolutely queen behavior, to be honest. Dang, I used to get $1 an hour. $1. $60 an hour. That's incredible. Maybe I should start babysitting. Oh, wait. I do. For free. I'm fine. It's fine. Some helicopter says, it's the third top rated comment, sorry. We have to cut it unnecessary expenses. So I'd rather underpay the woman looking after your children than miss dinner or tennis. Yes. Kalichin says, and inflation was causing him to cut most unnecessary expenses. Newsflash, think inflation only applies to him and doesn't apply to the babysitter too. Exactly. All right. Next we have Made Me Smile, which is our last one. It says, woke up to a package from a friend today. Oops. It says, please don't, it says, don't bend me, please. And it's a little pink bubble wrap, peach bubble wrap, flamingo pink bubble wrap. I don't know. Coral bubble wrap. I don't know. What color is that? And it is duct tape up. This is Danger Class 5 Kaiju contained inside. It has some Chinese writing that I don't recognize. Oh, cute. Cute. It's paper. It's, what do you call it? Paper art. Paper folding art. Why is his name not coming to me right now? It's like super easy. The paper mache is stuck in my head, and that is not that. That is so cool. So cool. Origami, that's it. I couldn't help myself. I Googled origami kaju. Literature did not disappoint. Um, Hotel Oscar Whiskey says, great, you've gone and unleashed monsters in my cubicle. Second top rated comment is from International Fun, and he says, uh, one indeed, one is indeed a rich person with a friend like that. Little origami dinosaur, so cool. Blind Heinz says, great, now I'm going to spend my weekend making origami Godzillas. Karma God says, I learned the hard way. I am not good at origami. I probably wouldn't be either, to be honest. All right. That's all I have for today. I will be back tomorrow. Um, I love all you biddies. Take care. Have a good night. Love you. Bye. And I will have the toilet paper thing tomorrow. Bye. Love you all. Bye.